Hey y'all, welcome to the Lit Lair. Happy New Year, happy 2023 y'all. Hope it's off to a great start for everybody. I wanted to start 2023 off with a Booktube tag as the New Year tag. I got this idea from Happily Ever April, which is a great channel. The first question is, what are you most excited about in 2023? So I guess I'd have to say that I'm most excited about publishing my own Friends to Lovers romance, and that is going to be published mid-June. So I'm pumped about that. I just want to see where that journey takes me, and I'm just so excited to share the book with everybody, just to see people like engaging with and laughing at and getting into words that I've written is like crazy to even think about. The idea of a clean slate is really exciting for me. Like, I'm an eternal optimist, and I'm very much into like intentionality and goal setting and achieving goals and things like that. For me, a new year is super exciting. Probably the most exciting holiday of all. Just the idea of starting fresh and having a new chance to do something different and evaluate life and see where you're at and where you want to be and how to bridge that distance between those two things. I have a lot of personal goals as well that I won't get into here, but I'm excited for those too, and just that personal growth that I'm hoping takes place this year. Question number 2 is, do you have a Goodreads challenge goal, and why that number? I don't have a number of books that I want to read this year. I do just sort of hope to keep the pace that I have set this year. I think that's probably around 100 books a year. I listen to a lot of books because I only have 30 minutes before bedtime to read a physical book. That 30 minutes before bedtime reading time is a non-negotiable for me, and I have a very strict set bedtime that I'm lights out by this time. My life does not allow me to have more reading time. If it did, I would be reading all day. And sometimes I do that on like days off or weekends or something. If I'm really into a book, I'll spend my Saturday morning time, read a little bit extra. But for that reason, I listen to a lot of books while I'm cleaning or driving or cooking. I average about 1 book listening and 1 book reading per week. So I guess that averages out to be about 100 books a year. I want to keep that pace for sure. I don't, like I said, that's not something I have as a goal. It's not really something that's that important to me in terms of the number, so much as I'd like to keep the pace to read all the books that are out there that I want to read. That's kind of where I need to be. Question number 3 is, list 3 5-star predictions for this upcoming year. I could probably list more than that, but I'll stick with the 3 that I'm probably most excited about. The first one is Georgie All Along by Kate Claiborne. It comes out end of January, so I'm really excited about that. It's been a while since I've read a Kate Claiborne book. Love Lettering is one of hers that has stuck with me. I read it a long time ago, but I still think about that book every once in a while. It's a really special one. I'm looking forward to that by Kate Claiborne. I think it's going to be a good one. The second one is Happy Place by Emily Henry. Emily Henry is a huge name in the romance, contemporary romance genre. Her talent is undeniable. She's one of the best writers out there. I did not read her last one, Book Lovers. To be honest, it just did not sound appealing to me. I wasn't feeling it, honestly. I just thought, I'm gonna skip this one. But Happy Place seems like she's going back to like People We Meet on Vacation, which was flawless, and I love that book. So I'm excited about Happy Place. The one I'm most excited about is Between Us by Vari McFarlane. I think it's August. It's a late summer release. Vari McFarlane is my favorite all-time author. I have read all of her books. I've listened to all of her books as well. I just love her writing. She writes these unbelievable female characters. Man, they are so round and so intelligent and funny and warm and compassionate, and it is just amazing the characters that she's able to create. So I love her writing. She was by far my biggest influence in writing my own book. I'm like her biggest fan. I'm really pumped to read Between Us. I think it's going to be great. Question number 4 is, what genre, subgenre, or trope do you want to read more of next year? I want to read outside of my niche genre a little bit more, and I want to read some like thriller, murder, mystery type books for research, and to get into the mood for my second book that I'm working on, because my main character needs to know that information. I'm still writing like the rom-com kind of thing, but it's a little bit darker in tone. It's important that my main character is well versed in murder, mystery, thriller kind of genre. I do enjoy that genre, but it's not my go-to, so I definitely need to read more of that this year so that I feel really confident writing first person from this main character's point of view. Question number 5 is, what tropes do you think will be popular? I have no idea, honestly, but I'm really hoping small town friends to lovers is where it's at this year, because that's what my book is about. That's my book. So I'm kind of hoping that hits, right now. Honestly, I have no idea. We love the enemies to lovers trope. I don't think we can get enough of that kind of stuff. The grumpy sunshine, opposites attract, enemies to lovers. We just like that tension. And so I don't see that going anywhere anytime soon. All right, so question number 6 is, name 3 bookish goals. Publish my book. I mean, that's pretty bookish. My goal is to, really go out into community and town and sort of have these signings and things where I connect with people, and hopefully they connect with me and want to read the book. My second bookish goal, I would love to get this is kind of difficult to admit. I don't know, it feels kind of weird, but I would love to get an endorsement quote from one of my favorite authors. It's just kind of a dream, I guess, that one of my favorite authors would give me an endorsement quote for my book. The last one is to stay consistent with my Booktube reviews. I think it would be so fun to collaborate with a booktuber and kind of do maybe like a best of 2023 sort of compare lists or something like that. I think that would be so fun. Question number 7 is, name 3 personal goals. I said at the beginning of the video, I'm really into goal setting and achieving goals and intentionality and things like that. So I have a lot more than 3. I'll just share 3 of mine. One of them is to have a little bit better financial planning and just to be really intentional with my finances this year, to move closer to that full-time author role that I hope to have one day. I want to be more intentional with time spent with my loved ones, especially my daughter, and just loved ones in general, and those that I really love to be around and people who bring me joy. I want to be more intentional about spending time with them this year. My last personal goal that I'll share is to travel more. I think I need to get out of this mindset that travel has to be this week-long vacation to Fiji, and that's just unrealistic for where I'm at in life right now for multiple reasons. I want to take more small trips, day trips, weekend trips, even fun things to do around my city. I might not be able to take a week or 2 weeks, but I can take a couple days. I can take one day. I can even take a few hours, and I want to do more of that this year. And the last question is, what do you want to leave behind in 2022? This was a challenging question. I had to think about this for a while because I'm just like an eternal optimist. I always sort of look on the bright side of things, and I'm always ready to sort of start something new, and reflection is part of that. I guess sort of dwelling on the negative is not something that comes naturally to me. So this was a challenging question. I think though that I would like to leave behind unrealistic expectations for other people. I can be very rigid and unrelenting in expectations that I set for myself. It sort of helps me achieve what I need to achieve, and so tend to though project that then onto other people in my life, and I don't think that's fair. So I want to love people, love them how they are and where they are, and not if and when they become this or that. Definitely want to leave behind unhealthy habits, and that encapsulates a lot. So I'll just leave it at that. And then I think the last thing I want to leave behind in 2022 is sort of treating my own needs and wants as unimportant afterthoughts. I think that's difficult for us moms out there. Maybe some of y'all can relate, but I think sometimes I tend to take something that I need or really want and just say, I'll get it later. I'll do it later. That'll be mine later. That's for me later. And later may not ever come. This is very revealing. Yikes. I feel like, whew, okay. That was my New Year's Booktube tag, and I hope you enjoyed learning a little bit more about me for sure. Kind of went confession mode there on you for a little while. If you haven't already done so, y'all subscribe to the Lit Lair, and there's more to come in 2023. I'll say thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time on the Lit Lair.